It's open now. You can leave after the show and go see it now. This is Sean Connery.
Dissing me.
No, it's just the opposite. He said you all aren't dissing him. He got the little glossary I give out to all the guests backstage. You're a big golf fanatic, huh?
Yes.
And you love basketball, too?
Basketball, not so much. I prefer the smaller ball.
Yeah. Were you an athlete when you were young?
Yeah, I played professional soccer and worked as a lifeguard. Laborer, French polisher, Navy.
Yeah. I just, before we get into the interview, could we get a little personal thing out of the way? I have a little bone to pick with you. No, this has been a problem for me, and I've always wanted you here so I could confront you personally. You remember the whole People magazine thing where you were like sexiest man? But Sandy, show me that old. You remember this?
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about it. How did that change your life?
How did it change my life? Well, if it changed my life, I haven't noticed. But, no, it was very flattering. You know, this chap phoned me up. I was in Spain, and he was the editor and said, in all seriousness, I have to tell you, you've been voted the sexiest man alive. And my answer was, well, there's very few dead. Which really wasn't the sort of response he was expecting. But it's very sweet, very flattering and everything. But I don't think it should be taken too seriously.
Did your friends tease you?
Well, everybody, look at you.
Well, you have no idea where I'm going with this, because I don't find it silly, and I'm not really teasing you. I'm very angry. Would you, Sandy, show them what they ruled out, like, a day before he actually got this cover? Would you look at your monitor here? See, I was supposed to have been Sexiest Man Alive that year, and you beat me out. As you beat me out for many things in my life.
I can't think why.
Women love you. They think you're so sexy, and obviously people did. And now ladies around my office are talking about the ponytail.
You're going to say your age.
Oh, that too.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I have a lot of young ladies who work for me here, and they love the ponytail in the new movie.
Well, I've got to tell you that, I've had it cut. What happens is every time I'm preparing for a film, I've been using, in fact, in Los Angeles here at Riley's, you know, there's a hair shop on Sunset just before Beverly Hills. And I use this girl, Alicia, and she and I sit and draw up what we think the hair should be like if I had hair. And with her and Emile, with his blessing, because he runs the place, and she came up with the idea with me for Red October, you know, with the white top that went with the beard. And in this case, because the guy had been in the jungle for, 6 years. And we'd like to presume that he had hair, so he would have a ponytail.
Yeah.
And really, that's how it came about.
Yeah, she's
But
good.
it's very popular.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, man.
But you've got hair. You go there, too?
No, I have a lady here who does mine, but prefers yours. And so I don't know, maybe I'll have a ponytail Monday. No, actually, I was just joking. We mocked that People magazine cover-up.
Oh, it's not real?
No, it was not real. I wasn't even close in the running, okay? Not even close.
Oh wow.
Actually, comics love you. I was talking to a guy last night. Did you go to one of the comedy clubs a while back and come to the defense of a comic that was being heckled?
Oh, yeah. Michael Caine and I, we were in I don't remember exactly where the place was. It was a few years ago now. And they were giving this guy a terrible time. So a little group of hecklers, and there was one lead. And eventually I had to enlighten him that if he didn't button his lip, it was going to kick his arse and he'd have to get up. Is this not the BBC?
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But believe me, in the hood, that's a very familiar. Tell me about the movie.
Medicine Man? Well, it's set in the rainforest. It's sort of old-fashioned movie in a way. It's about a relationship between a man and a woman. The film was at one time to be called Last Days of Eden. Gives you some idea what it's about. But there's a lot of unique kind of stuff in it, I think, that one hasn't seen before, which is up in the rainforest, 100-odd feet up, and all the things that go on in the place that I was totally unaware of myself until I got involved, certainly with this picture, and only through the research and everything did one become aware of just how many secrets were there and all the stuff that comes out, the pharmaceuticals, and it's a billion-dollar industry. And anyway, against that backdrop comes this woman, Lorraine Bracco, who turns out to be, in fact, my governor, my boss, and I don't know, and I've been 3 years out of it, as it were. Found some kind of magnificent cure, and she brings the instrument that's going to prove it. And it's 1 week of duration, and then in the end, they form a liaison and go up into the jungle, as it were.
Okay, we have a clip. Do you know what's in this clip?
Yeah, it's the, where I meet the medicine man in the movie that the argument initially starts all about.
Okay, Sandy, let's see the sexiest man alive in this clip.
Okay, what's going on?
It seems there's going to be a fight.
Between you and him?
Mm-hmm.
He's 3 feet tall, for Christ's sake.
You wanted to pick his brains.
Not off the sidewalk.
Ever mouth off to the dean and then need a grant?
Oh. This is the eat crow kiss ass contest?
Exactly. Remember what I told you about taking his stick? I think this is about giving it back.
So he's got to win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bend over, take 3 whacks, and let's cut to the info.
It doesn't quite work that way. The tricky part is,
Is what?
not getting my skull cracked in the process.
Now, that's the Brazilian rainforest?
In fact, we shot this in Catemaco in Mexico. And but this is, the Amazon goes all the way down through the whole of Central America, South America, to right through Brazil, all the way down. Covers from Venezuela from the north down.
Yeah. How did you actually like the town you shot it in? Because you were there a long time.
Well, it's very difficult to describe without it being censored.
Oh.
It was not a popular place. Not really.
With you, you didn't. I heard people got sick on the camp.
Yeah, everybody got sick. I didn't. I was very fortunate. As I said before, I had sufficient vodka to get through it. But, oh boy, it's a beautiful place if you want to go and just look at the wildlife, and you can get in and out when you want. But I mean, the temperature's 115, and the humidity is 98, and 100 feet up. It's not fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie of all the films you've done?
Well, I don't have...
Besides Medicine Man. What's number 2?
No, I don't have one particular movie. I like elements in most of them, but I don't have one that I'm really completely satisfied with.
Yeah. What didn't you like about your Oscar-winning performance?
Well, no, that worked very well, but I think there are other movies, there are other scenes in other movies that one liked better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's an ongoing thing. You just keep working at hopefully getting it better. You never, it's like somebody who's painting. I think they keep going to go back and do something to it. Mm-hmm. You keep thinking, well, this next one, yeah, that'll be that much better.
Yeah.
So some things are better, and some things are not.
Yeah, I noticed during commercials you have a real appreciation for music.
Oh, yeah, I love the sound. I love that. And also, it sounds so much stronger outside in the wings, as it were, behind, the volume of it.
Yeah.
Even, I don't know what the difference is, whether there's some kind of resounding that goes through the back of there and round, but it's terrific.
It's that bass. It's like when you have a black neighbor, all you hear is, you know.
And the audience are terrific.
Yeah, yeah. That's the key to the whole thing, my audience. It really, because they push me on through it every night. I didn't know you sang also.
Well, I sang years and years ago in a movie. I started in South Pacific, but, you know, it was a chorus.
Yeah, somebody sent me this, and I don't even know what this is from. Tell me what this is from. Gordy, kick that audio.
You are my dear, my darling one, my smiling and beguiling one. I love the ground she walks upon, my pretty Irish girl.
Yeah, that's Darby O'Gill. That's 30-odd years
ago. Darby O'Gill?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that cut.
Well, I got to tell you, it was all the Irish came over, and we were in a place called the Bel Air Palms Motel. We ended up in. They were all there, and I was in another hotel, but I eventually ended up there, in the valley here. No, this isn't the valley. No, this is.
We're close, though. Yeah, we're in Hollywood, but right over the freeway there is the valley. Speaking of the valley, what was the story years ago with this guy Mickey Cohen?
Oh yeah.
Is he alive?
No, he's not. But exactly. No, he's. Well, you know, he appears in Bugsy, the movie. Harvey Keitel plays him absolutely splendidly. That's a good movie, actually. A great movie. And many years ago, I was doing a film with Lana Turner, and I was very friendly with her, and we used to go to the vaudeville, which I liked, in some places in London, and I didn't know then she had a boyfriend who came in to town called Johnny Stampinato, and he sort of arrived out of the blue and sort of took charge in the wrong kind of way, and we had a bit of a difference, and anyway, he got quite ugly, and they deported him, and he went back to America. Next time I saw him was when they had the showing of the movie in Paramount here, in this lot here. I don't know how many years ago that is now, anyway. And we had the post-mortem in the restaurant over the way, and it was called Another Time, Another Place, and it should have been. And it wasn't that good there. And anyway, then the next thing was that there was a murder trial where she was, Lana and her daughter were accused of the murder. And the trial went on, and my name came out in the papers every day. It was going on for ages. And eventually I got a telephone call from, turned out to be Mickey Cohen, who said, you get out of town, and because he'd done him up. He did his face, makeup, costume, and everything when Stampinato got buried. And in some ways he looked better. Anyway, he said, you better get out of town because I don't like what's happened and whatever. So I didn't know anywhere. I was staying in Hollywood Roosevelt then. I couldn't afford it anyway. So I moved to the valley, to the Bel Air Palms Motel, which became the Fatima Mansion, where all the Irish actors stayed. And the next thing was that Mickey Cohen got arrested for jaywalking. And that's how they caught him. And then they got him for the next beat, which I think was tax, fraud, prostitution, or whatever else.
Yeah.
He wasn't that pretty, actually, but anyway, he finished up inside. I think he died in jail. And that was my story with...
I bet that's scary to have a guy like that call you and say, get out of town.
Well, I thought it was a movie. You know, but he was serious. You know, he was... it wasn't as nice as Harvey.
Yeah, you're not an easy person to push around. I'm surprised you... Well,
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, I was sufficiently impressed to get out.
Yeah. You did the right thing. If Merv called me and said go, I would go. I don't argue. It's like, yes, Mr. Griffin, I'm moving to the valley right now. You know, it's like, you did the right thing. Thank you for stopping by. The movie is out there right now. Go check it out so you can see the ponytail. This is Sean Connery.